Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sandbox mode of Kerbal Space Program. Having learnt a little bit from career mode, I've decided to launch something into space again. Something big, because it's fun. Now, what I seem to have learnt is, sod the controls, you don't need them. What you need is to make it look like a giant pencil, so it just goes straight bloody upwards. So, we've got a little bit at the top here, and a slightly bigger rocket there. And a bit of a bigger rocket there, and then a lot of rockets all strapped together, which are all going to fall off bit by bit when I tell them to fall off, rather than by accident, hopefully. And with any luck, it'll go upwards without exploding in the wrong way. It'll explode, but hopefully in the correct way. So, let's give it a go. Has no remote controlled or manned control modules. What? But there's a control room at the top. Oh, hang on. There's a control room. Who's in the There's no one in there. There's no one in there. Val, get in there. Ta-da! Right, our ace pilot, Valentina Kerman. Now we launch. Now that somebody's actually climbed in. I don't think anyone was brave enough to climb in. That or... where's Jeb? Oh, that might be the problem. A lack of Jeb might be the problem. Right. Upwards. Upwards, Val. Well, we're moving upwards. And we've not fallen apart yet, or crashed. That's what we needed, a complete lack of any controls, and a rocket that looks like a giant pencil. Fantastic. Now, hopefully, once we detach these, the Mammoth liquid fuel engine down there will be enough to keep it going. I mean, I realise we're spinning a bit. I'm not sure why we're spinning, but it doesn't seem to be a major problem. We're moving. And when those run out of fuel... oh shit, I detached too early. I detached a fraction of a second too early, and some of the rockets were still going, and we've killed Val. All the stuff at the top's completely non-functional, and we've killed Val. Oh god. Sorry, Val. So, we're going to revert that flight. It was going... I won't say it was going well, but it was going until it exploded. But the explosion was almost entirely my fault. Okay, it was entirely my fault because I was going to pin some of it on the construction, but then obviously I built the damn thing. So, hopefully, Val will survive this flight because I won't detach the rockets until after they've run out of fuel. Because what happened then was I let go of them a fraction of a second before they ran out of fuel, and they turned into missiles and killed the pilot. This is a bad thing which we should avoid doing. On the plus side, it did look like our engine had enough power to keep us moving after we detached these. Just about. I'm not sure what I'm aiming to do with this flight path. Okay, wait. Patient. When they flame out. Okay. Now we fire the big engine. Yes, and nobody's dead. Fantastic. Our flight path is wavering a little, Val. Keep it together. Oh yeah, we've got no controls. Never mind, Val. You tried. That is not the correct direction for a rocket, though. It's not meant to spin. It's a spaceship, not a cheerleader's baton. You're meant to fly it, not spin it. I suppose we're spinning less now. Sort of. Are we? I might detach this section. Oh, no. The shock of the detach. Oh, no. We lost contact with Val for a second, but we didn't kill her. Okay. Let's launch away from that section, because that section is death. This section is also death. Oh no! No, 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 no! Okay, well we've slowed down our own descent. We appear to be drag racing ourselves downwards. Well, that's new. We're going to slow down and start going back up again. The other section has stopped spinning now we've detached from it as well. Look, we're slowing right down. We're going to land. No, 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 we're going back up. Never mind. Oh no. Well, effectively what we now get to do is almost launch from mid-air. Oh, we've lost contact with Val again. Whoa, that wasn't meant to explode. Okay, well, we've still got a little bit of solid fuel rocket, and we're heading towards our own debris, which is not fantastic. We're dancing with our own debris, and we've shot just over it. For a rocket, that's far too close for comfort. We do have a little bit of control now. Our rocket is small enough to control by simply throwing our weight around a bit. So now we're going to try and go sideways rather than upwards, and I don't know what I'm going to try and do. Slow it down enough to not die? That's not going to work because we're about to overheat. I think Val's about to catch fire and die. Okay, so we've lost contact with Val again. Holy crap. Okay, let's see if we can't get this rocket to fire us upwards slightly. Come on, use what little control we have to go up. No, 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 no! Skim the water. No, we didn't skim the water, we crashed into it. Ha! Well, we tried. We weren't exactly successful. But we tried. So, what have we learnt about our pencil? We do need slightly more control, I think, is something we've learnt here. Now, how do we get more control? These inline reaction wheels seem far more useful than the actual... Ooh! RCS thrusters. RCS thrusters. I mean, they could be useful. No, let's not use the RCS thrusters. I can envision that going wrong in all sorts of horrible ways. Let's use the inline reaction wheels for now, because effectively what that is throwing weight around, which seems to be the simplest way of controlling things, and frankly, seems to work the best. If we put them lower down, that means we're not just using everything in one place. Okay, and that hasn't put everything back where it was meant to be. Bollocks. Okay, let's put those there. Is that... what's that the control for? I'm trying to find where the controls for everything are, damn it. Okay, so we fire the 8 radial rockets first, then detach them. Then we want to actually use that engine before we detach it. That's where the control for that one's gone. It's up here. No. I don't want to leave the vehicle assembly building. Right. Get everything back under control. It's fine. Everything's fine. Pull that down here. Okay. Radial rockets. Detach. Main rocket. Detach. Detach. Second rocket. Detach. Next rocket. Next rocket. Nice. Okay. Let's take off, Val. Are you in there? Yeah, you are. You ready? Don't care whether you are. Tough shit, you're going. Hopefully that little bit of extra control will be enough for you to live. Sort of. Okay. Jump this up to warp speed. Jumping it up to warp speed didn't work. When we jumped up to warp speed, it didn't like that. It seems to change the calculations slightly when we jump it up to warp speed. Because we ended up with a structural failure inside the fuel tank. As everything fell apart. So, apparently, skipping through the initial stage on warp speed makes the initial stage explode. Let's not do that. Let's just keep it under control. Slight spin. Lots of power. Whoosh! I'm very glad we're not under that thing. It is a miracle that the big liquid fuel engine in the middle there hasn't caught fire by having this huge amount of rocketry attached so close to the side of it. Okay, ready to detach and fire the liquid fuel engine. Oh crap. So that's where the control went horrendously wrong. The whole thing wobbled. The control issue was that I tried to control it. Apparently, it doesn't like it when I try to control the damn thing. Right, come on. Point it that way, point it that way, point it. That's the way we want to go. No, we don't want to wobble. We don't want to be a belly dancing rocket. We want to be a normal flying rocket. Flying rocket. No. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I think we're just sort of levitating. Well, it's slightly higher off the ground, but we've gone back to one of our previous floating Dalek situations. Well, there's the other parts landing. Well, at least they're slightly away from the space center. Okay, point it upwards-ish. Oh my god, it's so wobbly. Yeah. Okay, so pencil works up to a point. Mostly up to the point at which it all sort of goes bendy. Wasn't meant to be bendy. That's a problem. Nope, you don't. Going upwards, we get. You see, whatever controls we actually try to input, it doesn't It doesn't necessarily even do the opposite. I was going to say it does the opposite, but it doesn't necessarily. Whenever we try to input controls, it wobbles in vaguely maybe the opposite direction, maybe the direction I asked it to, maybe sideways. Whatever, we're now going 200 meters per second, up and sideways-ish, and our rocket is pointing the same way as our flight path. So it'll do. What does the orbit map say we're going to achieve? Not a lot. That's fine. It doesn't think we can achieve a lot, and frankly, before we run out of fuel on this engine, I don't think we are going to achieve a lot. However, we do have 3 more sections of rocket to get through. We are going nice and fast. We can do this. We can do this. And as well, our natural curve of flight path is taking us to the correct direction as well, so we'll be able to... Shit, detached early. No, that went wrong. I was going to say we might be able to put that into orbit. But that's not orbit. That's death. That's extreme death. Apologies again, Val. Never mind. We tried A. Apparently, I'll revert the flight so Val isn't quite as dead. Pencil works up to a point, if you'll pardon the pun, but not to this point. So that's something I'll have to try and refine next time. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!